Personally, I think most books out there about Texas Hold'em are a waste of paper. While the ins and outs of winning the game can be very complex, they will usually spend at least one or two full chapters telling you the rules and how the game is played. It's not that tough. Texas Hold'em, called the Cadillac of poker, is straightforward and can be picked up in a few minutes. The game itself can be broken down into three parts: cards, money, and dealer. What I mean is how the cards are dealt out during the game, how the betting is done, and who the dealer is. Now, don't get me wrong. You can spend a lifetime studying and learning all the various strategies of the game and never discover them all. But you can learn to play the game with three simple concepts. Let's look at the way the cards are played first. The sequence of dealing out the cards looks like this: 2, 3, 1, 1. The first thing the dealer will do is deal 2 cards to each player. These cards are dealt face down and can only be seen by each individual player. They're called the hole cards. If you're dealt an ace in one of your hole cards, you have an ace in the hole. This is where the expression comes from. The next 3 cards that are dealt face up to the center of the table. This is the flop. One more card is dealt face up. It's called the turn or 4th street. The last card, called 5th street or more commonly the river, is dealt face up next to the turn. All the cards that are dealt face up are shared by all players. Each stage is interrupted by a round of betting, so the sequence would look like this: blinds, 2, bet, 3, bet, 1, bet, 1, bet. The blinds are placed before any of the cards are dealt by the 2 players to the immediate left of the dealer. There are 2 blinds, large and small. The amounts are predetermined, and the small blind is half the size of the big blind. The player next to the dealer posts a small blind, and the next player posts the large blind. The first round of betting after the hole cards are dealt begins with the player to the left of the big blind. Every round after that begins with the player to the left of the dealer, the small blind. The most confusing thing for most players when they're trying to learn the game is to figure out who the heck the dealer is. The dealer who deals out all the cards is not the dealer. The dealer is designated by a button that moves around the table. At the beginning of each new hand, the dealer button is moved 1 position to the left, meaning the small blind in the last hand is now the dealer. This ensures that no one is stuck posting the blinds any more than anyone else. It also changes the position of play for each hand, giving you advantages at some times and disadvantages at others. You can learn Texas Hold'em in a few minutes, but the mechanics of the game is not the end of it. This is not a game of luck. I enjoy 2 games, Texas Hold'em and chess, for pretty much the same reason. They make you think. This is not roulette. You need to study the psychology and deeper concepts if you want to win consistently. You can discover the basics of Texas Hold'em and dive deep into the strategies you need to make you a big winner with my free report at TexasHold'emTipster.com.